So next guys, right, all right guys. So next, so we discussed how to write the first shell script file. How to write the first shell script file guys. If you want to write the shell script file, first you need to create a file. So that file should have the extension as .sh. For Java files, .java is the extension. For Python files, .py is the extension. For shell script files, .sh is the extension. If you want to write the shell script, first you need to create a script file. See guys, here we are creating the script file. For that, so we are giving .sh as the extension. Right, inside that script file, we have written some message. Let echo welcome to shell scripting classes. What echo will do? By using echo, we can print the message guys. If you want to print the message, then we will use this echo command. By using echo command, we are printing some message inside the file. So once you have written the file, you need to save this file and you need to quit from the file. Save and quit. For that, what we need to do? Escape, press escape button and give this colon. After that, WQ, enter WQ. W stands for what? Save. Q stands for what? Quit. WQ, what is W? W stands for save. Q stands for quit. Then press the enter button guys. Okay. With this, we can save and quit from the file. Okay. After that, if you want to run the file, what you need to do? First, you need to check whether this file have the execute permission or not. User have the execute permission on this file or not, you need to check. And for that, what you need to do? Just check the ls-l command. If you run the ls-l command, you will get that information whether user have the execute permission on this file or not. If it is not there, then give the execute permission. How you will give the execute permission? In our Linux sessions, we have learned. Linux sessions we learned guys. Just we need to use chmod command. Chmod, user means you, adding the execute permission plus X guys. X stands for execute. Chmod u plus X and file name. So with that you can provide the execute permission to this right user guys on this first script.sh file. Then to execute the shell script file, this is the command which we need to use. Right, to execute the shell script file, so this is the command which we need to use guys. Okay, next guys, here, right, so guys, by default your script will be executed by the default shell. By default your script will be executed by the default shell. And here, what is the default shell? /bin/bash is the default shell. And if you want execute some particular shell your script, if you want execute your script by particular shell, I don't want default shell, I want execute by some particular other shell, then what you need to do? Inside the script file, you need to specify the shebang. Shebang you need to specify. By using this shebang, we will specify the shell name which you want to execute your script guys. Understood guys? By using shebang, what we are going to do? Just we are specifying the shell name which you want to execute your script guys. See here, shebang is used to specify the shell which is used to process our script guys. If you are not specifying this shebang, by default shell will be processing your script. Okay, right, shebang means what? This symbol guys, hash symbol, and this not symbol is the shebang. Okay, so this is the shebang guys. After this shebang, you need to give the name of the shell. After shebang, you need to give the shell name guys. Next guys. Okay, whether it is /bin/bash, /bin/sh, t shell, right, c shell, jet shell, whatever the shell you want to use, you need to specify that shell name after this shebang. Okay, see here we have given syntax also, here we have given guys. Now I want to use default shell to execute our script. For that, here what we are doing? First I am giving the shebang, followed by shell name I am giving. Now this shell, this bash shell is going to execute our script. This bash shell is going to process our script guys. And how you will specify the shell? How you will specify the shell inside the script file? In interview they will ask guys, what is the shebang? What is the purpose of shebang? Or else they will ask how you will specify the shell, right, inside the script file. They will ask how you will specify. By using shebang, you can specify the shell which you want to use to execute your script, to process your script, guys. See, first two characters are the shebang. These two things we will call it as the shebang, followed by we are giving the name of the shell. Okay, see guys, here we have written, guys. See, here we have created the second script file. Inside that first line, I have taken the shebang. After that, I have given set of commands. I have given set of commands, guys. Now, when I run this shell script file, inside the file, whatever the commands I have given, all the commands will be executed one by one, guys. Inside the shell script, whatever the commands I have provided, all these commands will be executed one by one. Okay. See guys, here we have written the third script. In the third script file also, first line is the shebang. After that, I have given some commands, guys. I have given some commands. Okay. So after that, we discussed what is comments, what is single line comment, what is the multiple line comments. All these things we discussed, guys. Okay. So next, guys. Right, after this, what we discussed, guys, variables. Right here, I have given some examples right here. After that, right, last session we discussed the variables, guys. Have a look into this variable section. What is variable? What is variable? Right, so how to define the variables, what rules we need to follow to define the variables, all these things we discussed in the last session. How many types of variables we have? Two types: environment variables, user defined variables. What is environment variable? Who will use environment variables? Who will define environment variables? Right, what is user defined variables? When we will define user defined variables? All these things we discussed in last session, guys. Okay, I hope we have completed up to variables in the last session. Everyone is clear up to here? Everyone is clear up to here, guys, up to variables? Please respond, everybody. Up to variables, everyone is clear? Right. Fine. So today we will understand command line arguments, guys. Command line arguments we will try to understand first. So what is command line arguments? Command line arguments. Command line arguments, guys. What is this? See, guys, command line arguments means the arguments which we will pass to the script file at the time of script execution. Then those arguments are called as command line arguments. Simple, guys. Simple. Observe carefully. Right here, we found sum of two numbers, guys. Here we found sum of two numbers, guys. And for this, what we did, guys, just we have executed the script file. And when we run the script file, it asked you to enter the A value, then you have provided A value. After that, it asked you to enter the B value, then you have provided the B value. Finally, it is finding the sum of A and B, guys. Okay, but now command line arguments means what we will do, guys. Simple, guys. Observe carefully. Here we have the script file like this, guys. See here, first script or sample file name is sample.sh. And whenever you run this, it will ask you, right, enter A value. Enter A value. Right, here you will provide the A value as 100. So immediately when you press enter, next it will ask you enter B value. Enter B value. Here you will provide a value as 200. So now it will find the sum and it will give the sum of given two numbers is 300, like this, guys. This is general approach which we followed. Right. Command line arguments means generally what we will do. See, guys, observe carefully. Command line arguments means what we will do. So now here I am going to run the script file sample.sh. Right. In the same line, after giving this command space, we need to provide the values also. Like this, we need to provide values. See, guys, here what we did, right, we have executed this file. Whenever you run this file, it will ask you enter A value. Then only you will provide the value. Again, it will ask you enter B value. then only you will provide the b value, and finally it will calculate the sum of these two numbers. Okay, so but command line arguments means what? At the time of executing the script file only, at the time of executing the script file only, we will provide the arguments to script, we will provide the values to script, guys. So then those arguments are called as command line arguments. Here which are the command line arguments? These two are the command line arguments. These two arguments we are providing at the time of executing this script file only. Right? These we are providing these two arguments at the time of this script execution only. Then these two arguments we will call it as the command line arguments. Guys, observe carefully. Generally, to find the sum, what we did earlier, first you have executed the file. So then it asks you to enter the a value. You will provide 100. So then it will ask you enter b value. Then you will provide 200. Then it will calculate the sum. But now here what we are doing in the command line, at the time of executing the file only, right, we are providing the arguments also with the space separator. Then these arguments are called as the command line arguments. Is it clear? Is it clear what is command line arguments? People are dropping. Right, check. Is there any network issues? Right. So now let me add this point, guys. What is command line arguments? Right. So the arguments so which we will pass to script file, so at the time of script execution, then those arguments are called as command line arguments. Then those arguments are called as command line arguments. Read it, guys. What is command line arguments? Read it once. The arguments which we will pass to the script file at the time of script execution, then those arguments are called as command line arguments. Example, see guys, like this. So like this, how you will run the script? /, right here I am giving test.sh. Here I will provide the values also like this. Okay, so here I am providing the values also like this at here, guys. So now I want to know total how many number of arguments are available. I want to know here total how many number of arguments. I don't know, guys. I don't know at runtime how many number of command line arguments I will provide. Right, we will provide that. I don't know. So, but I want to print total how many number of arguments are available. In the script, I want to write, guys, total how many number of arguments are available. I want to print in the script. I don't know dynamically at the time of executing the script how many number of arguments you will pass, that I don't know prior. But what I want to print, I want to print the total number of arguments. For that, here we need to use this symbol. So by using this, we can print the total number of arguments, guys. See here, the number of arguments. To print the number of arguments, we need to use this symbol, guys. Very good. Now, right here, guys, observe carefully. Here, right, so the actual command line arguments, these two, guys. The actual command line arguments, these two. Right. So the actual command line arguments will start from 1th position, index 1 position, guys. Right. So in 0th position, what we have? See, in 0th position, by default, you will have the file name, guys. Even this file name is not command line argument also, but in the 0th position, file name is available. So it is considering this one, the file name also one type of argument, but the actual command line arguments are started from 1th position. See guys, here, so in 0th position we have the file name. In 1th position the actual command line argument 1 is available. In 2nd position the actual command line argument 2 is available. Now here, if you ask, hey man, right, which argument is available in the 0th position, right? So which argument, right, is available in the 0th position? If you give like this, simply it will print test.sh is available. In the 0th position, test.sh is available. Okay, right? So in first position, what argument is available? Right, first command line argument in first position, right? First command line argument is available. First command line argument means how much? 100 is available. Okay, so in second position, what we have? Second command line argument is available. Second command line argument is available. Second line command line argument means 200. 200 is available, guys. See guys, if you want to print the number of arguments, we need to use this hash symbol. And in 0th position, if you want to know which command line argument is available in the 0th position, you need to give $0. But it won't return the actual command line argument, it will return the file name, guys. In this case, it is treating this file line also one command line argument. So in 0th position, always file name only available. The actual command line arguments are starting from 1th position onwards. Now here, whenever you have given $0, it will print the file name. So in 1th position, we have the first command line argument. In 2nd position, we have the second command line arguments. I want to print all the command line arguments. I want to print all the command line arguments. Then you need to use this one, guys. Then you need to use this one. All command line arguments. All command line arguments. This is what you need to use. See, guys, have a look into this. Have a look into this, guys. Okay, so now let me show, guys. Let me run the script, then you guys will get more clarity. Let me open the git bash. Let me open the git bash. Now I am going to connect with the Linux machine. So this is our Linux server. Let me connect with this. Okay, fine. We have connected to the Linux machine. Right here, what files we have? All these are the files are available. Now here, I am going to create one file. vi cmd args. Just I am taking the names as cmd args.sh. cmd means command, args means arguments, command line arguments.sh. You can take anything as file name. Okay, enter. Right. So now inside this, right, first what we need to do? First we need to define the shebang. Right, we need to specify the shebang /bin/bash. Right, I want to use this bash to execute my script. Okay, perfect. So now after this, here what I am going to do, guys, observe carefully. Here I don't know how many command line arguments I am going to provide. Here still I haven't provided the command line arguments. I am writing the script. At the time of executing the script, how many command line arguments I will pass, that I don't know now. So now I want to print total how many number of command line arguments are available. Right, for that, here what I am going to do, echo. Now here number of command line arguments. Number of command line arguments, guys. I want to print number of command line arguments, guys. Here what we need to take, if you want to print number of command line arguments, guys, just now we discussed it, right? And here we need to take $of hash we need to take. So this $hash will print the number of command line arguments. Now I don't know in 0th position what command line argument is available. So now here I want to print, right? So 0th position, right? 0th position, right? Command line argument, right? So here what you need to do, here you need to take, right? $0 you need to take. Okay, so next case, echo, right? 1th position, right? 1th position command line argument, 1th position command line argument. Here $1 we need to take. Echo, right? 2nd position command line argument, 2nd position command line argument, $2 I am taking it here. Okay, echo incoming yesterday, echo, right? Here all command line arguments, okay. So for this here what we need to do, right? Star I am taking it here. See guys, so now if I run this script, guys, I don't know, I haven't provided any command line arguments. When we will provide the command line arguments at the time of executing the script, I don't know how many I will provide, but here what I want to do, I want to print the number of command line arguments count. Then I want to print in 0th position which command line argument I have provided, in 1th position which command line argument I have provided, in 2nd position which command line argument I have provided, and all the command line arguments case. This is my requirement. So now save this one, WQ. So now here let me check guys, I want to check guys, some new people are there, Gauss, right? So for them again I am showing, I want to check, so user have the execute permission on this file or not. So here what is the file name, cmdocs.sh. If user wants to execute this file, user should have the execute permission. First I want to check that permission is available or not. How you can check for that, right? ls-l command, enter. So now where is our file guys, where is our file here, right? Here we have that file cmdocs, where is that? See guys, this is the file. So on this file, right, user does not have the execute permission. So first these three are the user permissions. User have only read write permission, execute permission user does not have. So user can't able to execute this file. Then what we need to do, first we need to provide the execute permission to the user on this file. How you will provide, see, chmod, right, u plus x on which file, cmdocs case, cmdocs.sh, enter. After providing the permissions, you can check once again ls-l. See guys, this is the file. On this file, user got the execute permission or not? Yes, earlier only read write is there. Now x also came, execute permission also came. Now user can run this file guys. How you will run, /cmd args.sh. Here I am going to execute this file. At the time of executing the file only, I am going to provide values also, arguments also I am providing. So here these are the command line arguments. Enter. See guys, here what you are getting, number of command line arguments. How many command line arguments we are passing? Two we are passing. These are the actual command line arguments. Right, in 0th position, right, 0th position command line argument, what it is printing, in 0th position file name is available, it is printing that file name at here. So the actual command line arguments start from which position? 1th position. So now here I am asking 1th position command line argument 100, it is printing. Next, 2nd position command line argument 200, it is printing. Next, all command line arguments 100, 200, it is printing. 100, 200, it is printing at here. Is this clear guys? All command line arguments means the actual command line arguments, all total actual command line arguments, it is going to print like this. Is it clear?
This is Gus. This is my first day, so I don't know what the rules are. If we have questions, do we type or we can speak out?
You can type, or else at the end of the session, I will give 10 to 15 minutes. At that time, you can ask.
Okay. Thank you.
So now you can type on the chat. Right. So or else at the end, right, you can keep all the questions aside. At the end, I will give the time, guys, 10 to 15 minutes. At the time, you guys can ask your questions. Okay.
Thank you.
So is it clear? This command line arguments is clear? Everyone is clear? Command line arguments? Please respond. Okay, fine. So, and one more thing, guys. One more thing. I want to pass the script execution for some time. I want pass the script execution for some time, guys. So means what? See, guys, observe carefully. Here we have written the script. Here we have written the script, guys. Go to here. And I want to print right up to here, guys. I want to print up to here, but right before going to print this last line, I want to pass the right. I want to pass 30 seconds, guys. I want pass 30 seconds. Right. So now I want to pass the script execution for 30 seconds. Then enter. Here we can use sleep, guys. Sleep 30 seconds. Sleep 30 seconds I'm using. So means what will happen here? After printing the second position command line argument, it will wait 30 seconds to print the last line, guys. To execute the last line, right, it will wait 30 seconds, guys. Here we are using sleep. Sleep means don't do any activity, don't perform any activity. Please wait for 30 seconds. Please wait for 30 seconds we are using. To pass script execution for some time, then we need to use this sleep command. Sleep command we need to use, guys. Let me show this. Let me run this, guys. Right now here, observe carefully here, 100, 200 I am providing. See, guys, after 200 it is not printing the total number of the total command line arguments, guys. At 30 seconds it is waiting. After 30 seconds again last line it will print. See, guys, after 30 seconds you are getting the last line. You are getting the last line, guys. So like this, right? So generally we will use this kind of things while debugging, guys. While debugging we can use this, guys. Right? In my script, assume right 1000 lines are there, right? But the script is not working. Some problem is there. Where is the problem? I want to know exactly. So in that case, what you can do, that you can keep right sleep after 100 lines and you can run. Right. So if it is printing 100 lines, there is no issue means okay. In first 100 lines we don't have any problem. Right. From after 100 lines only there is a problem. Okay. Again you will keep the sleep right after 200 lines. Again you will run. If it is printing first 200 lines, then no problem. Right. After 200 only we have some issue. Then again you will put the sleep after 300 line. So like that. For debugging purpose we can use this sleep, guys. For debugging purpose we can use this, guys. Okay. Like this. Now let me add this one in our notes also, the sleep part. To pass the script execution, to pass the script execution for some time, then right, we need to use that sleep method. Then we need to use sleep command, guys. Sleep command we need to use it here, guys. Okay, so how you will use sleep? See, again, I'm going to let me take this script once. I will put the entire script here. So yes, like this we can use the sleep it here. Okay, perfect. Next, guys, if it is disconnected, please rejoin, guys. I don't know why it is happening. Already I did all those things, right? So they said everything is fine, but yesterday also just I have started and I kept 1 hour, guys, right? So till 1 hour there is without any break it is continued, but again today same problem we are getting, right? Again I will talk with the Zoom team, right? Please rejoin once, guys. It is going to disconnect now. Fine, guys. Next here, conditions I am going to take. Next topic, we are going to understand conditions, guys. Okay, so what is this conditions, guys? Right.
Recording in progress.
We are going to understand this conditions, guys. What is this conditions? What is conditions, guys? You guys know conditional statements, looping statements, all these things you guys know very well, guys. Okay, fine. Observe carefully, guys. Observe carefully. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on some condition. Inside the script file, I have written some commands, guys. I don't want to execute all the commands at a time. I'm going to put some conditions. Based on that conditions only, I want to execute the commands. Right? If a condition is satisfied, if the given condition is satisfied, then only I want to execute some commands, guys. Right? The conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on some conditions. See, guys, directly don't execute the commands. I will give some condition. Whenever that condition is satisfied, at that time only execute that command. See here. Conditional statements are used to right, execute commands based on some condition, based on the conditions. Conditional statements are used to execute commands based on conditions. See, guys, right, how to take the syntax, guys? Observe carefully. Syntax we will take like this. Right here, first we will take the condition like this. If right here, condition I'm writing it here. Right, so here then guys, then means when this then will execute. If this condition is satisfied, then execute this statement. Guys. Right, when this statement will execute, if the given condition is satisfied, then only it will execute the statement. If this condition is satisfied, then execute this statement. Then execute this statement, guys. If the given condition is satisfied, right, then execute the statement. Okay, if the given condition is not satisfied, then what I want to do? Execute some other statement. Execute some other statement. Don't go to inside the then block. Don't go to inside the then block. Right, when you should go to the then block, if the given condition is satisfied, then only you should go to the then block. If given condition is not satisfied, here I am providing some alternative. Right, in the else block, I am providing some alternative. Go and execute this alternative statement. Observe carefully, guys. If the given condition is satisfied, then execute this statement. If given condition is not satisfied, then what you need to do? Don't go to this then block. Here I have given else block. In the else block, some alternative statements are there. Go and execute that alternative statements. So this is the way which we need to write the conditions, guys. Here what we are doing, here I am giving one condition. In the then block, I will write some commands. Right, in the else block also I will write some commands. Right, either this or this only will execute, guys. Either this command or this command only will execute. Both will not execute. When this command will execute, if the given condition is true, if the given condition is satisfied, then only this command will be executed. So if the given condition is not satisfied, then this command will be executed. Both will not execute simultaneously. Either this one or this one only will execute, guys. Okay, see guys, earlier what we did, we have written all the commands in the script file. Whenever that script file is executed, inside it whatever the commands are there, all the commands are executed simultaneously. But now here what we are doing, we are applying some conditions. Don't execute all the commands. Based on these conditions only I want to execute the commands. Right, how? See, if the given condition is satisfied, then execute this command. If the given condition is not satisfied, then execute this command. So like that we are going to write some conditions here. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on the condition. Based on the condition, guys. Okay, so now see guys, now let me write the script, guys. So now let me write the script. Right here, let me add this point also. Right, if a given condition is satisfied, right, then right, if statements will be executed. Right, if a given condition is satisfied, then if statements will be executed. Right, otherwise right, else statements will be executed. Else statements will be executed. So guys, if the given condition is satisfied, then this statement will be executed. Otherwise, this else statement will be executed. Okay, is it clear, guys? Okay, so now can you able to add multiple conditions here? Can you able to add multiple conditions? Yes, we can add, guys. Right, so how you will add, guys? Observe carefully. So now here I am going to copy paste the same thing. Right, here what I will do, if this condition is satisfied, then execute this statement. If this condition is not satisfied, here I am going to add one more condition. Earlier, if this condition is not satisfied, directly it will go to the else part, and in the else part whatever we have, it will execute that. Right, now here what I am doing, if the given condition is not satisfied, here one more condition I am writing, elif, guys. Here I will write one more condition at here. Go and check this condition. If this condition is satisfied, here I am taking then execute this statement. See guys, first it will check this condition. If it is satisfied, this line will be executed, remaining things will not check. Suppose, right, if the condition is not satisfied, then only it will come to here. Oh, here one more condition is there. It will check this condition. If it is satisfied, then only this statement will execute. See, if first condition is satisfied, then the statement will execute. If first condition is not satisfied, then it will come to second condition, right? It will check the second condition. If second condition is satisfied, then this statement will execute. Suppose if second condition also not satisfied, then here I will write the else. Here I will write the else. Here, whatever the statement you are taking, that statement will be executed. Guys, order one by one. First, this condition it will check. If it is satisfied, this line will be executed. Remaining things will not execute. Suppose if this condition is not satisfied, then it will come to here. Here we have one more condition. It will check this condition. If it is satisfied, then this statement will execute it. Suppose if this condition also not satisfied, then directly it will come to the else part. In else part, whatever we have, that line will be executed. Okay, here the entire commands are going to execute based on the given conditions only. Based on the given conditions, the commands are going to execute in the script, guys. Okay, so now fine. Observe carefully, guys. So now let me write the script. Okay, fine. Let me create another file. vi conditions.sh file I am creating. Okay, inside this I am going to write the script, guys. As usual, the first line we are going to write the shebang, guys. /bin/bash we are writing. Next here what I am going to do, observe carefully, guys. Here echo I'm going to print something, guys. Echo enter course name. Enter course name. I'm going to write it here. Enter course name. Okay, so now that course name I will provide from the keyboard. Whatever you are providing from the keyboard, that value my script should read and store in some variable, guys. Whatever the value you are providing from the keyboard dynamically, that value we need to read and store some variable. For that here we are using read and store inside this variable. Here course is the name of the variable. Here whatever the value you are providing, that value it will read and store inside the course variable. Okay, next here I am going to write the conditions, guys. If guys observe carefully, guys, right? You should follow the proper syntaxes, right? So then only it will work. After if here I am giving the space, if you are not giving the space, then it won't work. And again, once you open the bracket, so there again you need to give the space. And here $of course, I don't know what value is available inside this course variable. I don't know what value is available inside the course variable. How you will get the value, guys? Right here like this. $of course means it will return the value which is available inside the variable. Now I am going to checking. So that value is equal to Python. That value is equal to Python. I am checking. If it is true, if this is the condition, guys. This is the condition. Right here, the value which is available inside the course variable is equal to Python. I'm comparing, guys, not assigning. Here we have single equal operator, double equal operator. If you use single equal operator means you are doing assignment. If you are using double equal operator means comparison you are doing. Here what I am doing, comparison. Inside this variable, whatever the value is there, that value is equal to this value. I'm checking. Just I am doing the comparison at here. And if both are equal, then what I want to do? If both are equal, then what I want to do? See here, you need to print like this, guys. If both are equal, then here what you need to do? Just I want to print this command. I want to print this message, guys. Python is a Python is a simple programming language. Python is a simple programming language. Observe carefully. When this statement will execute, right, if the given condition is true, if the given condition is satisfied, then only this command will execute. Then only this command will execute. Otherwise, here I am going to take else part. Here I am going to take else part, guys. In else part, what I am going to take? Echo. Right, this is not a Python programming language. Here I am printing, right, this is not a right Python programming language. Python programming language, guys. This is not a Python programming language. I am printing it here. So finally, here what we need to do, here you have opened the if block. Here you have opened the if block. At the end, we need to close that if block, guys. How you will close that if block? At the end, just we need to take fi. Here to open that if. Here to close that fi we need to use. So with this, our if block is completed. Okay. So now, this is the simple script, guys. And here I am asking enter the course name. Right now, user will provide that course name from the keyboard. Whatever the value user is providing, we need to read that value and we are storing inside this variable. After that, here I am checking the condition. And inside this course, whatever the value is there that I don't know. Now here I am comparing. Right? Is this value is equal to Python or not? If it is equal, then this statement will be executed. Here what I am writing, echo Python is a simple programming language. If this condition is not satisfied, then in else part I have taken one more statement. This statement will be executed. Is this clear, guys? Is it clear? Can I run this? Let me run this one. Let me execute this one, guys. Here, first, as usual, what we need to do? We need to check execute permission is there or not. ls-l. See, here on this conditions.sh file, user does not have the execute permission. User have read and write permission only. We need to provide the execute permission. For that, we need to use chmod command. Chmod u plus x on which file? Right, conditions.sh. Right, we have conditions.sh.
And of course, if you don't already have a uniform, then we'll order the uniform for you, and the adult uniform is $65. So
Conditions. Guys, please put on mute.
we the first pay, of course, and after everything's paid, of course, you have your fee already, and you just have your monthly.
That's why I'm putting on mute everyone. See, guys, here we have given the execute permission. You can check. Here I have given the execute permission, guys. Here chmod, sorry, ls-l. See, on this conditions.sh file, we have given the execute permission. Now let me run this file, guys. Right here, conditions.sh. Enter. So what it is asking? Enter the course name. It is asking. Now here I am providing Python. Right now it will check the condition. Here now condition is satisfied. If condition will satisfy, then what it will print? Python is a simple programming language. If condition is not satisfied, then it should print it is not a Python programming language. Enter. See here what it is printing. Python is a simple programming language. Condition is satisfied. That's why it is printing Python is a simple programming language. Suppose here I am giving course name is Java. I am giving as the course name. Now enter. See what it is printing. This is not a Python programming language. This is not a Python programming language. See guys. Now here inside the file, if you observe the file script, right? So here I have given some conditions, some commands. These are the commands, guys. When these commands are executing based on the conditions, these commands are executing. If the condition is true, condition is satisfied, then this command will execute. If the condition is not satisfied, then this command will execute. Based on the given conditions only, commands will be executed. Is it clear? Right. So now let me take one more example, guys. Let me take one more example. Copy. Let me keep this one in our notes. Example. Okay. Now I'm going to take one more example. I'm going to take it here. Okay. Fine. Here what I will do, guys, observe carefully. Same here only I will do the modification. See, guys, here also, here I am putting one more condition. Elif here I am going to put the one more condition at here. Okay. So now elif, right, open bracket. Here I am going to take dollar course equal to, here I am taking Java guys. Course Java I am taking. Then here what I want to do, then here I want to print echo, right? So Java is not a simple programming language. So like Python. Java is not a simple programming language like Python, guys. Right? So here I am going to take else. Here else I am taking it here. Guys, observe carefully. Here what will happen? First it will check this condition. If this condition is satisfied, then this line will be executed. Suppose if this condition is not satisfied, directly it will come to this condition. Here it will check this condition. Suppose if this condition is satisfied, then this statement will be executed. Suppose this condition also not satisfied, then directly it will come to else part. In the else part, whatever we have, it will execute that line, guys. It will execute that line at here. See, guys, now here either this command, either this statement, or this statement, or this statement. Only any one only will execute, but all three will not execute. Either this command or this command or this. Only one will execute, guys. Okay. Now let me run this. Right now here, enter. So now here I am going to enter Python here I am doing. See, guys, first condition only satisfied, so that's why you are getting Python is a simple programming language. After that, in elif, else, whatever we have, those two things will not execute. Okay, very good. So now let me run this. Now here I am giving Java, enter. See, guys, first command is not satisfied, second command is satisfied. That's why Java is not a simple programming language like Python. Java is not a simple programming language like Python. We are getting means second condition satisfied, first condition is not satisfied, second condition is satisfied. That's why we are getting this. Okay, fine. So now let me give this, guys. Let me give this one. Course name, here I am giving something like as PHP something. Right, PHP R, right here I'm course name, here I am going to give DevOps I am giving as the course name. See, guys, this is not a Python programming language. This is not a Python programming language. In else part, whatever we have taken, so that one is executing it here. So like this, we can write the conditional statements. Right? What is the use of the conditional statements, guys? Right? Commands are executed. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on the conditions. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on the given conditions. Is it clear? Is this clear, guys? Conditional statements are clear? Please respond, everyone. Please respond. Perfect, guys. So next here we have looping statements, guys. Looping statements are available, guys. What is this looping statements? It loops, guys. What is this loops? What is this loops? What is this loops? Yes. So loops are used to execute the commands multiple times. If you want execute the commands multiple times, if you want execute the statements repeatedly multiple times, then we need to go for loops, guys. And why we need to go for loops? To execute the commands, to execute the statements repeatedly multiple times. Then we need to go for loops statements, guys. See, guys, here loops are used to execute the statements multiple times. Execute the statements multiple times, guys. Loops are used to execute the statements multiple times, guys. Okay, so now here observe carefully, guys. We can use generally in shell scripting or Python scripting, anywhere, guys. We have two types of loops are available. One is for loop, second one is the while loop. If you go to C, C++, Java, there we have the do while loop also. For loop, while loop, do while loop, like that we have. But coming to scripting languages, whether it is shell scripting or Python scripting, so we have for loop or while loop only. We can use two types of loops. Below two types of loops. What two types of loops are available? One is for loop is available. Second one is while loop is available. For loop is available, while loop is available. Okay, so now tell me when you will go for the for loop, when you will go for the while loop. When you will go for the for loop, when you will go for the while loop, guys. Can you respond? When we will go for the for loop, when we will go for the while loop. Here we have two types of loops are available, for loop and while loop. I hope, right? I think Java people are there. Right? So can anyone respond? They know very well, right? Java people regularly will use these loops, conditional statements, and all those things. Can anyone respond? When we will go for loop, when we will go for while loop? Right, guys. Observe carefully, guys. When we will go for loop, when we will go for while loop means, observe carefully, guys. If you want to execute group of statements for each element present in the given sequence, then we will go for the for loop, guys. Right? When we are going to write the for loop, we need to give one sequence, guys. We need to give one sequence. In that sequence, we don't know how many number of elements are there. How many number of elements are available in that sequence, we don't know. Right? If you want to execute the group of statements, right, for every element, for each element present in the given sequence, then we will go for the for loop. Observe carefully, guys. Right? First, let me write that example syntax, guys. Right here, for loop, I am going to use it here. For loop. Okay. So now, observe carefully, guys. Here, how we will write for right here. Inside this, we will write, guys. Here, I is equal to 1, I am taking. I is equal to 1. Right? I less than or equal to 10, I am taking. I less than or equal to 10, I am taking. Now here, I plus plus I am using, guys. I plus plus I am using. I is equal to 1, I am. 1 minute, guys. Hi, Kavita. నోటి పెట్టుకుంటాడు నాకు ఫోన్ నోటి పెట్టుకో. Right. Here for I is equal to 1, I less than or less than 10, I plus plus something I have taken it here, guys. Okay. So now inside this I will take some commands, guys. Inside this, I will take some group of commands. Group of commands, I will take it here, guys. Observe carefully, guys. Here, I less than or equal 10, like this I have taken. So now here do. What we need to do? Here do we need to take. Inside this do block, here I will take, guys. It echo, and I want to print welcome to DevOps classes. Welcome to DevOps classes I want to print. See, guys, here I have given some command, guys. I want to print this command. How many number of times you want to print? Here I have given some sequence. Here I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10 means what? Some sequence is there. I value will be increment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like that I value will be incremented. Here we have some sequence of numbers 1 to 10. And here in the given sequence, right, how many number of elements are available? For each element I want execute this statement. Here in the sequence, how many number of elements are there? 10 elements are there. 10 elements are there. 1 to 10 is there, guys. Now, so this statement I want execute 10 times. This command also I want execute 10 times. So now when you will go for the for loop, guys, if you want execute commands, guys, if you want execute the group of commands or single command only, here you can take group of commands also. Here you can take group of commands also, guys. Here echo welcome to AWS classes. Welcome to AWS classes. Like this also you can take. One command or multiple commands also you can take. If you want execute these group of commands for every element present in the given sequence, then we need to go for loop. Means here you know how many number of times this loop should execute. If you know how many number of times that loop will execute, then you can go for the for loop. If you know the number of iterations, then you can go for the for loop. Okay, is it clear, guys? Right, when we will go for the for loop, is it clear? See, guys, let me write that point at here. Right, if you want to execute right, group of elements, right, group of commands, group of statements, if you want to execute group of statements for each element present in the given sequence, then we should go for loop. See, guys, if you want execute group of statements for each element present in the given sequence, then we should go for the for loop. Here what is the sequence? 1 to 10 is the sequence. In this sequence, for each element, if you want execute these statements, then you can go for the for loop. And you can say, you can tell, like in the interview, if they ask when we can go for loop, means if you know how many number of iterations will be executed, how many number of iterations you require, then you can go for the for loop. I know I want total 10 iterations. Then you can go for the for loop, guys. How many number of times you want execute these commands, then you can go for the for loop. Is it clear? Is it clear when we will go for the for loop? Respond, guys. Now here at the end, guys, after these commands, guys, at for loop, do those commands we need to provide. So after that, here what we need to do, guys? Here we need to put a done, guys. Here we need to give done, means it is completed. So like this, we need to take it here. Like this, we need to take it here, guys. Okay. So now let me run this. So now here, let me create the file vi for loop.sh. Okay. So now here I'm going to copy paste this. WQ. Right now here chmod chmod u plus x, right, u plus x for loop. Spelling mistake I have given. Okay. Enter. So now here run this. See guys, here how many number of times you are getting this? One time, right, two times, right, three times, right, four times, right, five times, right, six times, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. 10 times those commands are executed. Welcome to DevOps classes. Welcome to AWS classes. 10 times it is executed. 10 times it is executed, guys. Okay. So now, guys, right, and one more thing I want to do, guys. One more thing, guys. See here, I have some numbers, guys. I'm going to take some numbers 1 to 10. And in this sequence, in the given sequence, I want to print only even numbers. I want to print only even numbers in the given sequence. Then what you will do? How you will write the for loop for that? How you will write the for loop for that, guys? Observe carefully. Observe carefully, guys. I want to write the for loop for that. See, guys, here what I am going to do. Right here, I am going to write one condition. You guys just write clear the conditions also. You guys know how to write the conditions. Here, what I am going to do. Observe carefully, guys. Here, I am going to take one expression, guys. Right here, I am going to take the expression. Right here, expression, expr expression. Now here I am taking $of I. A dollar of I means I value first time 1, second time I value is 2, third time I value is 3. Dollar of I, it is divisible by 2. Is divisible by 2 equal to 0. Is divisible by 2 equal to 0. See guys, here what I am doing? Here I am taking the expression, guys. So this is the expression which I am taking here. See guys, dollar of I divisible by 2 equal to 0. See guys, for every time, for every iteration, I value will get changed. Okay, here dollar of I equal to 0. Then what I want to do? I want to consider that is the even number and I want to print that number, guys. If condition means you need to take then. You need to take then. Here, just I want to print the I value. I want to print it here. Okay, so next here, we need to close the if condition. How you will close Fi? Fi, guys. See guys, here we have the sequence of numbers 1 to 10. In that, only even numbers I want to print. Then what you need to do? For loop, right? So next do, inside that you need to take the if condition. Here we are printing that I value, guys. Okay, so now let me run this. WQ. Okay, so now here, enter. See guys, in the given sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, these only the even numbers. These are the even numbers in the given sequence. Is it clear, guys? So like this, right, we can use the for loop for iterations purpose, guys. For iterations purpose, we can use the for loop at here. Okay, is it clear? Up to here clear, guys? Please respond. Up to here clear? Everyone is clear for loop? Fine. So in tomorrow session, right, we will understand while loop and infinite loop we have and functions, right? So those things also, right, we will discuss. We will finish those things in the tomorrow session, guys. Guys, I need 2 more sessions to complete this shell scripting, guys. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right, I will complete this shell scripting, right, from 28th, 29th. I need to complete this shell scripting from 1st onwards. From Friday onwards, we are going to start AWS. From Friday, we are going to start in our course DevOps with AWS. Right? The main actual course we are going to start from Friday. Right? AWS we are going to start from Friday, guys. Okay. Right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, right, I will discuss right other loops and functions, those things, and I need to talk about some real-time scenarios, guys. In real time, right? So where we will use these things, some real-time scenarios also I need to discuss, guys. For that, I need 2 more days on the shell scripting only. From Friday onwards, I will start the AWS, guys. Okay. Right. Whoever joined, guys, right? So by Friday, before Friday, guys, I will share all the recordings, guys. Please go through those recordings. Try to complete those recording sessions, guys. Just we have completed the Linux, then we have started the shell scripting, guys. Okay. Okay, please go through that Linux and shell scripting. From Friday, our actual course content, DevOps with AWS, we are going to start. Till, right, so Thursday, right, we are trying to finish the prerequisites, guys. Right, prerequisites only, still we are discussing. The actual content we will start from Friday. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Right, I will forget. Sorry. I won't forget, man. I will post. Right, last session notes also I have sent it already. Right, till last session, there is no pending, right? Notes wise. Till last session, everything I have shared, right? Right. I will share these notes also, and I will upload the recordings also in the right. So yesterday I'm not feeling well, so that's why I haven't uploaded. Right. So right. Oh man. Where? 1 minute. Last session notes is there. 1 minute. Let me open the Telegram. I have uploaded, right? 25th I have uploaded. 25th I have uploaded the notes. Yesterday 26th. Last session notes on 25th February 25th I have uploaded. If you open these notes here, you can see it up to variables we have it here. See, up to variables I have uploaded, right? Derek, on 25th I have uploaded, man. Yesterday I haven't taken the session 26th. Today 27, right? Till last session everything I have updated. What about others, guys? Is it true or not? Till last session everything I have uploaded, right? Yep. Okay, I will share today class notes also, and I will upload the class recordings also, guys. Right, guys, even if you guys miss that class recording, still shell scripting, I'm going to put in the Telegram, guys. Sorry,